Hello, my friends. How are you? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Whether you're coming in notification gang, sound off, Reaper picks, artisan, my peeps always coming through on the notification gang. I appreciate you. Please holler at me if I missed you. Of course, if you're watching this in the future, I appreciate you as well. I was working on some stuff earlier, so I got to get started a little bit later tonight, and I may not be able to go forever. Well, of course I can't go forever, right? But I definitely want to get some more progress done on this amazing game. Because I'm not just playing this because I love playing it, even though I do love playing it, but because this is an amazing story that I cannot wait to continue to craft for my channel for anybody out there who is interested in the same kind of stuff that I am. I'm happy to build this for us. Now, before we left yesterday, we met Hoy the Brave here. I believe that's her name. And then we had to fight a bunch of people in the tavern they were kept causing trouble for. We beat up all them folks, which is nice. How you doing, Donnie? And of course, our boy Snow Buddy here, in this particular form, taking care of business. We've learned the Spirit Thief style, which I'm going to replace the Toad, just because if I'm going to be a hero, I don't know if changing into a giant poisonous toad is the way, and it kind of creates this really beautiful narrative where, you know, he almost was taken over by his rage, and you've already got the dragon in the back, right? But then I saw Old Mother Kwan, and I don't know what Old Mother Kwan's going to do, but I saw the symbol of her, which means that there's some kind of a quest. So, well, I guess I saved right in front of her because we just loaded my save, so I don't really need to save again. But nonetheless, let's see what's up with Old Mother Kwan.
Hello, young one. My name is Kwan, but everyone calls me Old Mother Kwan. I'd like you to call me that too, okay?
Okay.
Welcome to my tea house. Oh, that's not right. No, not anymore. Sorry about the confusion, dearie. What I meant to say was, welcome to Master Dutong's tea house.
You used to own this tea house?
Yes, I owned the tea house for many, many years. At least I thought I did. But then Master Dutong came to town with that imperial writ. Oh my, wasn't that a shock? Turns out his family owns this land. They have for hundreds of years. The land is his along with everything on it, so now he owns my tea house too.
Interesting.
He was nice enough to let me stay on here as a helper. I steep the tea. Yanwan takes the orders, and Master Dutong, well, he mostly just drinks his wine.
You didn't know he owned the land when you built the place?
No one knew. This was just an empty patch of rock for hundreds of years. Who would have thought the Empire had deeded it to anyone? But Master Dutong came along with his writ.
Interesting. Did you check the writ to make sure it was real? Of course, I don't know if she could really do that. Let's just ask, though. Let's just see what she says.
Now, why would I do such a thing? I can't even imagine anyone being so horrible they'd forge an imperial writ. No, I'm sure the land belongs to Master Dutong.
Don't worry, I'll get the tea house back for you. I'm gonna speak to Dutong about this.
That is very nice of you, my child, but what could you do? I would love to have my tea house back, but it belongs to Master Dutong now. You can't argue with an imperial writ. All this talk is just the rambling of an old woman. Put it out of your head and enjoy yourself. It may not be mine anymore, but this is still a fine tea house.
Interesting. You know, I kind of had the theory that it would be fun, just because y'all know, like, when I do these playthroughs, I like to do the story, and then I like to also give y'all awesome tips and tricks so that y'all play the game. There's two styles that are available in this town, depending on which way you go, open palm and closed fist. And at one point, when I was in college, I was doing a playthrough of this game, just experimentally, and I got here to see if I could get both forms, and you can. But it's a very interesting storyline if you wield everything. And I don't remember all of the details, but I remember some of the highlights of things I had to do. So I don't know for sure if we're going to do that or not. Typically, I would have just used like the best options there, you know, go all the way to light and then go all the way to dark. But I do want to tell this story because it's such a great story. So we'll see. We'll see. Alright, old Mother Quan. Can I talk to her again? Can I just say it?
Hello again, dearie. I hope you're having an...
Do you miss owning the tea house?
Oh, of course I do, dearie. It was all I ever had. No children of my own. But it's Master Dutong's tea house now. You can't argue with an Imperial writ, you know. That's sweet of you, but there's nothing I could tell you short of how to steep an iced tea. Don't waste your time gabbing with old Mother Quan.
I love this game so much.
Be sure to have some tea before you go. I have a special blend that combines... Oh, I forgot. Master Dutong spilled wine all over it. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Ugh. What a horrible guy. It's just, you know, that extra layer of detail of, like, why she's like, no. Instead of, like, oh, I don't want to talk anymore. It's just like, oh, you silly. Where's 3 Sheets Dutong? I figured you'd be by the Imperial Guard. Let's see what's up there, Mr. 3 Sheets.
If you want tea, have a seat. The serving girl will be by directly if I don't fire her first, a useless wench. I should have replaced her the day I took over this tea house.
Can I see the Rick? You own this tea house, do you?
I am 3 Sheets Dutong, proud owner of this quaint little tea house. I recently acquired it from old Mother Quan, the elderly lady steeping tea over there in the corner.
I feel like that's so forward, you know? Can I see the Rick granting ownership over this place?
Oh, certainly. The Imperial writ is 400 years old, and I just carry it around with me all the time and show it to complete strangers. Please. The writ is locked safely away, as I told Mother Quan. I'm not about to bring it out on your request. Now, if you will just leave me to my drinking.
I want to ask you a couple questions.
You want me to throw this troublemaker out in the street, boss?
Don't be stupid. You saw what this man did to those sailors. He'd leave you broken and bleeding on the floor, and I have no one to clean up the mess. Forgive my guard. His intentions are good, but he's a bit slow on the uptake. I'd love to answer your questions, but that would interrupt my drinking. I'm afraid that isn't acceptable.
Who are you?
I am 3 Sheets.
3 Sheets on the wind, y'all get that?
Proud owner of this quaint little tea house. I recently acquired it from old Mother Quan, the elderly lady steeping tea over there in the corner.
Wait a second. Hold on, y'all. I want to check something here. I am so sorry if I have had my live stream comments turned off. I'm a big ol' idiot if that's the case. I have a feeling that might be the case. Hold on. I need to go to... I'm about to break everything, aren't I? No, this is what I want right here. Oh, connection quality poor. Are we doing okay, y'all? Oh, yikes. Well, it's not telling me I'm dropping any frames here, right? Cool. Yeah, we Gucci there. I would like to go look at this. Oh no, we're good. Yeah, y'all just holler at me if y'all come in. I'm gonna be super focused on the game, but at the same time, I want to chat with y'all if y'all are here chilling with me, you know? Looks smooth to me. For anyone who doesn't know what I'm looking at here, my computer can handle streaming just fine, but sometimes my network is a little rude. So I just gotta make sure, you know? I mean, it's an old Xbox game. It's not like graphically it's too intense, you know? But anyways, so. Goodbye.
Yes, good. Go away. I haven't even started to feel the effects of my wine yet, and you're already giving me a headache.
I'm watching you.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Wait, can I talk to him again?
Why do you persist in troubling me? All I want is to be left alone with a steady stream of wine flowing my way. Is that too much to ask in my own tea house? Oh,
I think you condoled, Mother Quan.
what a truly horrible thing to say to me, especially when I'm sober. The very notion that I, Three Sheets Dutong, could do such a thing is, well, it is unthinkable. Your accusations grow tiresome, stranger. You have no proof that I cheated old Mother Quan, and I don't see any reason to continue our conversation. So thank you, and goodbye.
Arrivederci. What else we got in this tea house? Anybody else we can talk to? Hello, patron.
I hoped Minister Shang had come here looking for a wife, but all he wants is to get back to the Imperial City.
If Three Sheets keeps running this place so poorly, he's going to lose his customer.
Of course. Old Ming!
I've heard pirates are raiding the outlying villages. I wonder if they'll attack Tian's Landing. This place is too crowded with all these sailors here.
Yo, the fan is pretty cool. They created a language for this game. That is so freaking cool. Steeper Yanru. Maybe Steeper Yanru can give me a little information.
Hello, greetings, welcome. My name is Steeper Yanru, and I'll be... No, that's not right at all. Idiot, I'm Barkeep Yanru now, not Steeper Yanru. I'm sorry about that. I still can't get the hang of this new position. Sometimes I wish old Mother Quan still owned the tea house so things could go back to the way they were.
Interesting that you'd said that. Let's start from the beginning, though. Did the tea house change owners recently?
Old Mother Quan used to run the place until Dutong bought it. Well, buy isn't quite right. It's complicated. Talk to Mother Quan if you want the whole story. I used to steep the tea here. They called me Steeper Yanru. But now Dutong says I'm going to be the new barkeep. I'll have to give out advice and wine in equal doses.
Tell me more about Dutong.
I shouldn't speak ill of my boss, but I don't trust him. Maybe it's because he's not from the town. He just showed up one day with that Imperial writ and took over. That Imperial writ has caused us no amount of grief. Mother Quan lost her tea house. Waitress Yanwan is busier than ever, and I spend all day giving out foolish advice.
Give me some advice.
Sure. Just remember, I'm pretty new at this. I'm still practicing. Let's try this one. Every bureaucrat knows a tree grows toward the light, but a rock grows not at all.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. Dutong just had me memorize a bunch of wise sayings. None of them make much sense to me. Maybe they'll sound better if people drink the wine.
Okay. I'd like some wine.
Slow down, my friend. I can't serve you wine yet. I'm not a real barkeep. Master Dutong just has me practicing, so I'll be ready when he turns this place from a tea house into a tavern. Master Dutong wants me to practice giving out advice for now. He wants me to stay focused until I get the hang of it. No wine, except for him, of course. You want some advice?
Fine, give me some advice.
The wise man will always remember that falling leaves spiral downwards, but only until they rest on the earth.
Interesting. Give me some advice.
I kind of like this next one. If you drop a rock in a well, you'll hear a splash. But if you drop a feather in a fire, you'll hear something very different.
Interesting.
Here's a short one. If you must sleep on the same bed, at least try to dream different dreams. When one's foot knows what one's hand is doing, one is dangerous. But if the belly button has not been consulted, havoc will ensue.
Interesting.
Sorry, but Dutong only had me memorize 5 sayings. You bled me dry earlier. I have no more advice left. Is there anything else you need?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to talk about Dutong and this Imperial writ.
That Imperial writ has caused us no amount of grief. Mother Quan lost her tea house. Waitress Yanwan is busier than ever, and I spend all day giving out foolish advice.
Did anyone ever see the actual writ?
Mother Quan saw it, though her eyes aren't too good. Most of us didn't bother to give it a look since hardly anyone in the town can read anyway.
I think the writ was a forgery.
What? You mean it wasn't real? That means Mother Quan should still own the tea house. Problem is, Dutong's already shown everyone the writ, and now he's got it locked away. If you're right, he'd never bring it out again. There's no way to prove he cheated Mother Quan.
Wait a second. He loves drinking. Maybe I can make Dutong confess.
That might work. It would probably help if you get him drunk first. That's something I can help you with. Dutong's always having me send over wine. Usually I mix it with water so he doesn't get too drunk too fast, but I could start sending it to him unmixed.
Just don't get him so drunk he passes out.
Don't worry about that. He never passes out no matter how much he drinks. Actually, he usually goes through 3 stages of drunkenness. Dutong gets very friendly when he starts to drink. You might get a confession out of him then, but I doubt it. He's not really all that drunk at that stage. Usually after about 7 bowls, he slips into depression and sorrow. He complains about how his life is worthless and what a bad and sinful man he is. Not a pretty sight. By the 9th glass, he starts to get paranoid. You can't really talk to him then. Usually around that time, I try to slip a restorative potion into his glass to sober him up.
You can make him sober again?
The restorative tastes pretty foul, but it does the job. Works instantly and makes a man sober as an imperial judge. Dutong's guard keeps a vial handy at all times, just in case. The guard gave me a few vials so I could slip them into Dutong's wine when he starts to get paranoid. Keeps him from getting out of hand.
I'll be back in a bit.
Good, good. Go speak to Dutong. If he's not drunk enough, or if he's too drunk, come back and see me and I'll mix him up another drink. We'll get him to admit he's a cheat and a sneak. Then old Mother Quan will be back in charge, and I won't ever have to give out another bit of bad advice.
Interesting. I think we're about to have a little fun with some mathematics. I want to talk to the waitress, though. Because she's the other person who seems to be affected, you know? Is she up here? Rue? Who's Rue?
I may be drunk, but that doesn't mean I am a drunk, because I'm not. Well, just a little bit. But I'm brave, too. I'm going to go close the Great Dam and save the town. I'll be a hero. That'll show them. Well, that'll show them all. I just need another drink to get my courage up. Wine! Someone bring me more wine!
You've been saying that for 3 days, Rue. Minister Shang's already looking for other people to close the dam, and you'll look a fool after all your boasts.
I doubt that man could open a door, never mind a dam.
Dawnstar. Poor Rue. Alright, my guy. Can I talk to you anymore?
I may be drunk.
Alright. Yangwei. Perfect.
Look at all these people, and I'm the only server in the place. If Dutong doesn't start running things better, I'm going to quit.
Interesting.
You bringing me a drink? Look at these town folk glaring.
I heard the ruins are haunted by the ghosts of those who died in the flood.
I asked Dutong for a job, but he's too cheap to pay for more than one waitress.
Do you mind? I'm in no mood for company given my present state of despondency.
What's wrong?
I am at the stage of my life in which I long for companionship. A wife with intellect and refinement comparable, but just slightly inferior to my
yikes.
own. Unfortunately, this town presents scant opportunity for a suitable match. Seamstresses.
Oh, I know someone who was trying to get a husband.
I may as well marry the harlots selling themselves in the
Oh,
streets.
he's kind of a jerk, though. Whoa, look at that ogre. Maybe your standards are too high? You just kind of sound like a pompous arse, but I'm really trying to not mess everybody up until I get my, like, open palm up so that we can get that form. Let's just be gentle.
Or perhaps everyone else's standards are far too low. I shall not allow myself to be saddled with a marriage of convenience, not when I deserve so much more.
Oh, no, that's totally fine. Now I can say it. You're a pompous ass.
Your jibes, canary, prick the armor of my pride. They are blunted barbs forged by the sputtering flames of your lesser intellect. Farewell. Perhaps we shall speak again, if you ever tire of the braying and neighing of these barnyard animals. Why have you returned? I suspect there must be some reason beyond the desire to add the agony of conversing with you to my already incalculable sufferings.
Well, that's actually a part of it, but you sound like you have a quest for me. Now, who are you again?
My name is Yaru, though some of the locals disparagingly refer to me as Yaru the Sailor. You see, I am predisposed to seasickness. Ergo, I despise the water. Yet I suffer their verbal slings and arrows with nary a complaint. It is just one more misfortune to pile atop the great heap that buries me in misery. I understand your desire to seek elucidation from one whose vocabulary is elevated above the grunts and squawks of the general rabble inhabiting this town. However, I'm in no mood to converse with you, not while my heart bears the weight of my great burden.
What burden is that?
I am at the stage of my life in which I long for companionship, a wife with intellect and refinement comparable but just slightly inferior to my own. Unfortunately, this town presents scant opportunity for a suitable match. Seamstresses, barmaids, peasants...
Okay, yeah, you said that earlier. I'll be going now.
Farewell. Perhaps we shall...
I kind of want to find him like a really strong-willed woman who needs a husband, you know? Make him act right.
Leave Zhang alone.
Zhang, you can't stay up here forever. This isn't your home. You need to come back with me to the farm.
No. Zhang not want to go home. Zhang doesn't want to see Ox.
It wasn't your fault. It was an accident. I need you back at the farm. Now let's go, Zhang.
No. Leave Zhang alone, or Zhang get angry and smash things.
No. Please don't, Zhang. I'll just go over here and leave you alone. What? Oh, hello there. Don't let Zhang bother you. He's really quite harmless. He's just a little upset right now.
What happened? What's the matter with your ogre? What are you doing with an ogre? Where do we start? Let's just do what are you doing with an ogre?
Zhang is no ordinary ogre. He is, despite his simple nature, very skilled. I am Dong Ping, Zhang's employer. Zhang works on my farm, but the other day he accidentally killed one of my oxen. And since then he has refused to come back. Some of the patrons here are unnerved by his size. I'm worried that if he doesn't leave with me soon, the owners may take matters into their own hands. If he gets hurt, or worse, I'll be ruined. I can't run the farm without him, but I don't know what else to do. He won't listen to me.
That's your problem, old man. I'll make sure of this. Don't worry, I'll speak with him.
You will? I must warn you. Zhang is, well, he's very strong-willed and very strong. I am grateful for your help, but please, be careful. Zhang the ox carrier came by his name honestly. I would hate to see him hurt you, or anybody else for that matter. Speak softly to him, and you should be okay.
Okay. I mean, you know, he'd be like the 6th ogre that we fought, but that's okay. We'll be nice to him. See if there's any more dialogue.
Zhang won't listen to me. If I can't get him home, I'll be ruined.
Zhang, my guy. Talk to me.
Go away. Zhang not want to speak to you.
Why are you so upset?
Zhang kill Ox. Zhang too strong, too rough with Ox. Zhang not want to hurt Ox. Zhang only playing. Now Zhang cries for Ox.
Tell me exactly how it happened, Zhang.
Ox like to play with Zhang. Ox like it when Zhang throw her in the air and catch her. Zhang missed. Zhang dropped Ox on her head. Ox is dead. Ox was Zhang's friend. Zhang killed a friend and now Zhang is bad.
I mean, it's not. It's about to kill this friend, right? He doesn't just want another axe. If you don't go back, your master will starve.
Master have other ox. Master won't starve. Master better off without Zhang.
The other ox will be lonely if you don't go back. You're not bad, you're strong. Dong needs your help. This is your chance to get back to the farm without a broken leg. Take it. Oh my gosh. Good for I'll kill the other ox myself. The other ox will be lonely if you don't go back.
Zhang is lonely? Ox must be lonely too. Maybe Ox will forgive Zhang and we be friends again. I will go and see. You have been nice to Zhang. Zhang liked you. Zhang hope you have good day.
Thank you so much. I was at my wit's end. You've done me a great service today. Come, Zhang. Let's go home.
Zhang coming. Zhang go home now.
Yay!
Thank you for getting rid of that thing. Business is bad enough without that ogre scaring away my customers. Here's a little something to thank you. It's not much, but it's about all I can afford these days.
Yo, got me some money. Let's go. Chai Jen. What is up, Chai Jen? Though fan, yes. Well, hello there. Sorry, you just caught me in the middle of eating. Who am I kidding? I'm always eating. What can I do for you? You don't look like you need much more to eat. Who are you? I am Chai Jin, master cook and a master of enjoying the fruits of my labor, as my sizable girth would suggest. You never had food like mine before, I'll wager. It's too bad that people outside my home of Shangdang County cannot seem to stomach the delicacies that I prepare. They truly don't know what they are missing. I was recently at the Imperial City and not one person there could eat so much as 2 of my dishes. Such weak constitutions, all of them. Well, why don't people like your food? The food from my county can have some unusual effects on people. For example, the dish of roasted cow heart sautéed with a bile of leopard has a particularly nasty effect on one's constitution. Other dishes, like my monkey brain stew, can even have negative effects on the workings of the mind. Still, others can deplete one's spirit. It can be quite dangerous if you eat too much of one type of food, or if you're particularly weak in certain areas of your character. I'm not afraid of a little indigestion? You're a stout one, aren't you? But let's make this more interesting. Anyone can eat food, but could you eat 3 of my dishes, do you think? 3! I did just get 300 silver. Give me 300 silver to cover my expenses. If you can eat all 3 dishes in a row, then stay on your feet. I'll give you back your money, and you'll leave none the poor, but well fed. Wait, I only get my money back? Alright, let's take your wager. Fair enough, here's 300. Remember though, these dishes tend to take a little out of you. I will describe the dishes that affect constitution first, followed by those that affect mind, and then spirit. Of course, I'll eat along with you, just so you know it's safe. First, we have roasted bear heart, monkey brain stew, or shark spleen soup. It's a fresh shark, mind you. Let's have some of that fresh shark. Ah, good to see you survived that first dish. Your spirit is indeed strong. Now, the next 3 dishes are a bit more potent. Be careful what you choose. We have pickled haunch of deer served with brown beetle paste, cold eagle eye soup, and jellied eels stuffed with fermented seaweed. Well, we just did the spirit one, so let's do a body one. My body can handle the haunch of a deer. I like some venison. Give me that next. Yum, yum, yum. Excellent, your strength is remarkable. And so we move on to the last of the dishes. These are some of the most notorious recipes in Shangdang County. Choose carefully. We have boiled ox testicles. We have boiled ox testicles smothered in a succulent cream sauce, curdled porcupine bladder and clabbered rat's milk, and raw alligator's egg served in warm goat's gall. You know what? I've never had porcupine. I'm sure my mind can take it. I could really go for one of those bladders. Fantastic! 3 dishes and you're still standing. You're the first person outside of Shangdang County to ever consume that much of my cooking. I couldn't possibly keep your silver after such an excellent display of digestive fortitude. I will gladly give you back your 300 silver. Or, we could make this interesting. Uh-oh. If you're really daring, I have one last dish that I haven't even had the nerve to try myself. I'm sure it's safe, I think. Well, there's no telling how it might affect us. Tell me more, I might be interested. This new dish has no name yet, or at least none that I can pronounce. I learned it from a loud, annoying foreign man I met in the Imperial City. Oh my gosh, the ingredients are very rare and it cost me quite a bit to procure them, especially while I'm stuck in this quaint village. I'll need another 300 silver from you. Of course, if you survive this final dish, I will gladly reimburse you for all of your silver. I may even have a few treasures that I could part with. How about you try it first, then I'll try it? Here's another 300 silver, let me try it. Excellent. Now, if you can try to describe the taste to me and what it does to you, and remember, this is for posterity, so please be honest. You survived! What I wouldn't give to have you around my kitchen back home, simply astounding. Well, how did it taste? What did it do to you? It was less painful than the other dishes. You should try. Oh geez, it depleted every aspect of my being. That's dangerous stuff. Please take your silver and take this. It's a small trinket that belonged to my family. I have no use for it, and you have certainly earned it. If you'll excuse me, I must go in search of new ingredients, for it seems you have eaten everything I have. Good fortune to you. Wow, the bronze tongue. Oh, look at my health, my stamina, my chi. The bronze tongue. Oh wow, that messed me up. I was worried at first. Oh my gosh, let's go. Often used by magicians and charlatans, this gem gives the wielder persuasive skills that could make a man sell the shirt off his back for a pittance. Speaking with ease in any role, the wielder finds the heart of others malleable and is easily swayed. but particularly skilled individuals can see past its magic. Interesting. Whoa, I have so much intuition now. 22 intuition. Wow. Okay, well, we definitely want to keep using intuition then. I kind of like that he's like more of an intuitive character than just like charming or intimidating, you know? Especially with like the storyline of, you know, at first he was just a good guy and didn't really know what was going on, learning martial arts, and the plot just keeps thickening on him. Let's definitely save though. If I would have picked too many of those dishes, I might have got murdered. Dawnstar, sorry, I got a little bad breath, but
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help.
I'm interested in how you are, Dawnstar. Is there anything bothering you?
No, I didn't have anything pressing on my mind. Although your company is always welcome. We seem so far from anything familiar.
True.
Strange enemies, troubling plots. I will be glad when we can leave this place to find Master Lee.
True.
Be well, my friend.
That's so many saves. Kindly you, Sean.
Can't you just leave an old man in peace?
Who are you?
I'm nobody important. Nobody at all. And I have nothing to say to you.
I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't count for much. Sorry can't erase our mistakes. Sorry can't change the past.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. It's not important. Not anymore. Just leave me alone. Can't you just leave an old man in peace?
Okay.
You bringing me a drink? Look at these town. That waitress is a fine.
Alright, Micah, I think it's time to get this tavern back in the right hands.
You should speak to Dutong. See if you can get him to confess to cheating old Mother Quan out of this tea house.
Let's send Dutong some drinks.
No problem. We have two sorts of wine here. Peasant's wine and Imperial seasoned spirits. The peasant's wine is pretty weak, but that's usually what Dutong drinks. The Imperial seasoned spirits are a lot stronger. One bowl of that is worth 3 bowls of peasant's wine. And if Dutong gets too drunk, I have the restorative to sober him up.
What were the numbers again? Wasn't it like 3, 7, and 9? I think it was 3, 7, and 9.
One drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you?
Let's go talk to him, even though I could do the math and just finish it up.
Good, good. Go speak to Dutong. If he's not drunk enough, or if he's too drunk, come back and see me and I'll mix him up another drink. We'll get him to admit he's a cheat and a sneak. Then old Mother Quan will be back in charge, and I won't ever have to give out another bit of bad advice.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Master Dutong's tea house. What can I do for you, my friend?
Let's talk about the writ you showed Mother Quan.
The writ? Why waste time on such a dry and boring subject, my friend? Can't you see the drink is flowing? Look at how busy my tea house is. Isn't it glorious? Put the writ out of your mind and join the party. Mingle. Enjoy yourself. Everybody should have a good time at Master Dutong's tea house.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear it.
You should speak to Dutong. See if you can get him to confess to cheating old Mother Quan out of this tea house.
Let's just make sure. I'm pretty sure it was 7, though. What are the stages of drunkenness again?
Dutong gets very friendly when he starts to drink. You might get a confession out of him then, but I doubt it. He's not really all that drunk at that stage. Usually after about 7 bowls, he slips into depression and sorrow. He complains about how his life is worthless and what a bad and sinful man he is. Not a pretty sight. By the 9th glass, he starts to get paranoid. You can't really talk to him then. Usually around that time, I try to slip a restorative potion into his glass to sober him up.
Tell me about this restorative potion.
The restorative tastes pretty
All right.
foul.
This is all cool, but let's send Dutong some drinks.
No problem. We have 2 sorts of wine here.
So we're gonna send him 1 more Imperial Seasoned Spirits.
1 drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do
And then
for you?
go ahead and send him a peasant.
1 drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you?
Uh-oh.
Good, good. Go speak to Dutong. If he's not drunk enough, or if he's too drunk, come back and see me and I'll mix him up another drink. We'll get him to admit he's a cheat and a sneak. Then old Mother Quan will be back in charge, and I won't ever have to give out another bit of bad advice.
Where'd he go? Oh, he's not even next to his guard. Interesting. Oh, 3 sheets, Dutong. Fancy meeting you here.
What do you want? You come to mock me? Come to laugh at the tragedy that is the life of 3 sheets Dutong?
Let's talk about that writ you showed Mother Quan.
No, not the writ. Let's not talk about that. It's my secret shame. The thought of that writ brings tears to my eyes. It tears at my poor, miserable soul.
Maybe you'd feel better if you tell me about it. See, like, that's so shady. Like, I mean, he's a shady guy, right? So, like, you can't really care. But at the same time, like, I don't want to play this character as just a lying, charming snake. Like, that's messed up. But intuition? That seems legit. Maybe you'll feel better if you tell me about it.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Confess my sins. Then I'll feel better. Oh, I'm a despicable person. A bad, bad man. The writ, it's a fake. A forgery. I made it all
We're
up.
all so surprised.
Boss, what are you saying? I'd better sober you up.
God, oh, God. Oh, I hate that restorative potion. Oh, that stuff tastes like vomit baked in a glaze of goat hair and garnished with a sprinkling of horse
Oh.
tongue. And now I have the strangest memory, as if I... Oh, no. Did I say anything to you, stranger? Anything about, oh, I don't know, an imperial writ?
Yes, you told me it was a fake.
What? No, I never said any such thing.
I heard what you said, Dutong. I knew you cheated Mother Quan out of this place, and now we have proof. You can't get out of this now.
Ah, I see what you're after. Oh yes, 3 sheets Dutong was not born yesterday, or the day before that. Being here speaking the language of commerce. I will give you a great deal of silver to keep this little secret from getting out. Lots of silver for both of you, if you keep quiet about this.
I don't know, Dutong. Could really use the silver, but Mother Quan is such a nice old lady, I'm just not sure what to do.
Fuck the money. Fuck the money. We don't need no money here. You disgust me, Dutong. We won't sell Mother Quan out. Like this? Give us the silver, Dutong. We won't say anything. You disgust me, Dutong. We won't sell Mother Quan out like this.
Right, of course. What was I thinking? Old Mother Quan's a good woman. She deserves to have her tea house back.
Boss, people aren't gonna like us when they find out what you did. Maybe we should get out of here.
That's the smartest thing you've said since I hired you. Let's go.
Well done. It'd be nice to have old
You
Mother
better
Quan in
run.
charge again. You should tell Mother Quan she got her tea house back. Now things can go back to the way they were.
Don't start.
I knew you would make the right choice. We share the same master, and he taught us both well.
Of course. We're not you're taking advantage of a little old lady just to make some money. Are you kidding me? Heck nah. Not even in the video game world.
Hello again, dearie. I hope you're having a nice time here in in Master Dutong's tea house.
I think that you mean... First of all, do you miss owning the tea house?
Oh, of course I do, dearie. It was all I ever had. No children of my own. But it's Master Dutong's tea house now. You can't argue with an imperial writ, you know.
Dutong's writ was a forgery.
A forgery?
She's like,
Are you
oh my
certain?
god. Dutong confessed, the tea house is yours again.
That scoundrel. No wonder he left here so fast. Cheating an old woman out of her hard-earned living. The very nerve. People, listen to me. Master Dutong has left. For good. And thanks to this brave young man here, the tea house is mine again.
Yeah.
Hooray for Mother Kwan! Her tea house is back in
Let's
business.
go.
You've given me back the only thing I ever cared about. And you've done a service for this town, too. I'm going to turn this place back into a respectable quality tea house.
Delicious. I would love a glass of green tea, please. Hot green tea. Just remember that you owe me. It was nothing. I'm glad to help.
I don't have much. The only reward I can offer is my humble thanks. That and a promise that you will always be welcome here at Old Mother
Aw,
Kwan.
thank you. Oh, looky. How are we doing on our goodness? Still not that good. That helped, though.
Praise the Emperor. Old Mother Kwan is back in charge, and I'm back steeping tea where I belong. No more giving out bad advice for me.
I wonder if Rue won't be a drunk anymore. Oh, wait, Jar? Oh! Maybe that was where the writ was. I don't know. That'd be funny.
I may be...
You've been saying... Those sailors are the worst.
Wait, maybe we can go talk to the old sad guy now. Maybe not. Probably not, but let's just try. Oh, is he gone? Oh no, did I mess something up? Well, yeah, he was back here, wasn't he? Oh no, he's still there.
Can't you just...
I need to go back to my camp and heal just in case I get ambushed. You got anything else to say?
I suppose you have done a just thing here, but remember, Sun Li needs you, and he is in terrible danger. You have important tasks before you. You really shouldn't waste your time here in this tea house. The Lotus Assassins are searching the ruins for the missing piece of your amulet. You must find the pieces before they do.
I have a lot ahead of me. I should go.
Remember, go to the ruins and claim the amulet before the Lotus Assassins do. You will need it to survive the trials that lie ahead.
Wait. Oh, over here. Gotcha. Birthplace of the Empire, huh? Ooh, combat music. Let's go heal.
Well, this has already become an educational trip. From what you discussed with Hui, it would seem we are indeed tied to important events.
Indeed.
I have concerns as well. Hui convinced me that your master is the glorious strategist. Tell me, Dawnstar, what are your earliest memories with him?
You would be better served by asking his favorite student. He was at the school 3 years before I was.
I'm far more deserving of your attention. Jeez. She is correct about that. I was with him the longest.
We'll focus on you quite a bit by the time we are done, given the Spirit Monk connection. But I asked Dawnstar what she remembers.
Yikes!
The only thing I know about my life before coming to the school is that I was not wanted. Probably because of the bad omens.
Poor Dawnstar.
Bad omens? What makes you think that? You said you don't know anything.
I know because of my name. It's one of the few details Master Li was told. I was named for a red glow opposite the morning sun, like a distant fire.
Wait, what? Like the burning of dirge that Huai just mentioned?
Yes, I guess so. I wasn't there, of course. No one but you survived. I guess someone saw it, but I don't know where Dirge is or how far the fire was visible. It fits the time, but that just confirms my thoughts about being born under a bad omen. What could be worse than this attack on Dirge and the water dragon?
If that is the most troubling thing you learn about your birth, consider yourself lucky.
Zoo? Dawnstar's the kiddo? Dawnstar, how you doing, sweet? Let's talk.
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help.
Well, I'm interested in how you are. Anything bothering you?
No, I didn't have anything pressing on my mind. Strange enemies, troubling plots. I will be glad when we can leave this place to find Master Li.
Ooh, that tension.
I will answer what I can.
I want to see what that line is. I skipped it. I didn't realize it was different.
No, I didn't have anything pressing on my mind. Although your company is always welcome. We seem so far from anything familiar. Strange enemies, troubling plots. I will be glad when we can leave this place to find Master Li.
Oh, you know that I'm going to use these shots on my edit. Y'all know. Look at this beautiful kiss or hit range. All my actor homies, we're all dying right now. Alright, goodbye for now, Dawnstar.
Be well.
Oh, lean in. Oh, my. Whew. Don't get me blushing here. I'm supposed to be a big, strong martial artist. I don't know when we get to continue her romance, but it's going to be good. Gosh, I love these old school BioWare games. They're just so good. They're just top-notch games. Oh, what about the guy I was going to save down here? But he wasn't this way. That's right. He was... I think I can go from the bottom here, though. I need to go save a poor guy from getting beat up by some bandits. It was somewhere in the south, I know that.
Ing better figure out a way to get us out of here soon, or I'm going to snap.
Big Tien? I don't remember what the person's name was.
Look at all these people here. When my old father told me to come to the big city, he never warned me about the crowds.
The town isn't crowded, it's practically... You think Tien's Landing is a big city?
Back on the farm, I ain't never seen so many people and buildings in one place. Except for livestock. But I guess they ain't people. Or buildings.
Technically true. So what are you doing in Tien's Landing?
My name's Tian, but everyone calls me Big Tian because I'm so big. I came to the city to try to find me a wife. So far it's not going so good. You wouldn't happen to know any pretty young gals, would you? Someone who'd want to come live on the farm with me?
See... I mean, I hate to, like, exploit the guy, but I mean, I guess I'm being a matchmaker here. That's actually a job, right?
Rice? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. My old father warned me about your type. I ain't looking to buy me no woman. No lady for hire type gals for this country, boy. I just want a nice, respectable gal to be my wife. One who can help me out on the farm and such.
Well, I don't know any eligible women.
Well, that's a real shame. If you run across any nice gals, do me a favor and mention my name to them. Big Tian. You have a nice day now.
If there is an eligible woman here, and if it's between Big Tian and the douchey guy, I think we gotta go with Big Tian. As long as she's willing to live on a farm, you know?
It ain't easy being a dock worker. We don't get paid much, but we sure earn it.
The Cataclysm. Many tales circulate of the travels of the water people, but one of the most disturbing tales comes from far to the west, beyond the Ocean of Tempest. Rumors persist of an area in the middle of the Western Ocean that is inhospitable to life. The farther one travels across the Ocean of Tempest, and the warmer the climate becomes. Many have postulated that this may be because you approach the resting place of the sun, that there must be another explanation, not shrouded in mist and superstition. Of particular note are reports of an enormous cloud that rises miles into the air, visible to those few brave enough to travel the increasingly rough seas of Tempest. At night, this cloud glows with heat, and its acrid smell carries on the wind. Those who approach too closely fall ill. The few ghost ships found in that area were filled with desiccated corpses, their skin rotting and their hair and teeth falling from their bodies. One particularly disturbing log penned in the shaking hand of a dying captain of one of these lost crafts, suggesting that the skies were filled with a roar like the cries of the gods, and it finishes with the unfortunate man's wish that death take him before the howling demons descend upon him. Whoa, that's a bunch of XP. No laugh if there's nothing down here. There's a fisherman. He doesn't have a name, though. He's probably not important, but we're going to say him anyway.
One thing that is good about being a fisherman, you never see a ghost out in the middle of the river.
Legit. Look at this. 2005, and look at that freaking beautiful flowing sash. Maybe he's over here. Can I talk to either of you? Nope. Here he is. I could tell by the way these guys are approaching him.
Hey, Baker Bay. How are you today?
Go away! I told you I want no part of this. Tell Eiling to leave me alone.
If you want to tell Eiling something, go tell her yourself. In the meantime, we have our orders. Nothing personal.
It's a little personal with me. I like sticking your face in the gutter.
Hold on a sec. We've got company.
You're a little too interested in our business, friend. Looks like we gotta teach you to back off when Eiling's boys are working.
Oh, really?
Focus.
Legendary Spirit. Legendary Strike.
Nice moves, Dawnstar.
Can you believe that these thugs would just attack me in broad daylight like that? They might have killed me if you hadn't stepped in. Thank you. I never expected such help from a stranger.
Actually, Lon sent me to help you. I was just gonna say actually, but then boom, that's the line. Lon figured you couldn't handle things on your own. That's so rude. Actually, Lon sent me to help you.
You spoke to Lan? How humiliating. My fiancé must have told you I can't protect myself. The woman I love doesn't have faith in me? Oh, the shame. I'll never live this down.
Dude, I'm a martial artist. Like, you are a baker. She's just worried about you.
Yes, you're right, of course. I suppose I can't fault Lan for being worried about me. I've taken some serious beatings lately. I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm just worried about Lan. She's very emotional. I've done my best to try and keep her from becoming involved in this.
Involved in what exactly?
Those thugs are acting on Eiling's orders. She's the head of their gang. They have a small hideout in the boathouse. Eiling and I were friends when we were children, but we drifted apart as we grew up. She fell in with some rough people, as you've already seen. Ever since I got engaged, Eiling has become obsessed with me. Every day she sends her thugs to beat me up. She says she won't stop until I go talk to her.
So why don't you talk to her?
She's obviously crazy. I've done nothing to her. We haven't even spoken in years. If I go to her hideout to talk to her, I'm afraid that I'll never come out. At least the beatings on the street are out in public. They won't kill me in front of witnesses. Well, not on purpose anyway.
Have you sold any of this to Lan?
Oh? Lan's very emotional. I didn't want her to get upset. At first, I didn't tell her anything at all. But I couldn't hide my bruises forever. So I told her about the beatings. But even then, I didn't mention Eiling. It's bad enough what's happening to me. I was afraid if Lan became more involved, Eiling might hurt her too.
I get the feeling you're not telling me something. I could kill Ailing. That would solve your problems.
I'm being completely honest, I swear. I know how this looks. You must think I've done something to deserve this, but I have no idea why Eiling is after me.
Maybe I could talk to Eiling for you.
Thank you so much. Eiling and her thugs are in the boathouse. Please just ask her to leave me alone. All we want is to live our lives in peace.
Interesting. Ooh, bamboo cask. These gates are sealed shut and will never open again. Yikes. Okay. You gotta love these old games. It's like, that looks like a dead end. Probably a loot over there. Probably some sweet, sweet loot. John the Iron Fist. Another the game, Vo, or do you tire of losing? You play too conservatively, Vo. You must be bold when playing a game of Yi. Did I teach you nothing?
You taught me much, Jian, but the most valuable lessons were learning where you were wrong. 17th square of the lion, if you please.
A wise move, but you know you cannot win. You stall this game. The way you hesitated to learn of the harmonic combinations. You must be bold, Vo.
You are being rude, Jian. We have a guest. Let us place the game on hold a moment.
I was doing my best to ignore you two. Very well. What did you want from John the Iron Fist or Mistress Vo? If you are here for training, I refuse. What exactly are you two doing? We are having our game of Yi interrupted. Playing without the board or pieces is hard enough without some stranger interrupting.
Surely you know of Yi, the capturing game? Played on a board of 19 rows and columns, the black and white pieces capture territory for their player.
Wait, go? We have simply decided to do away with the board. If one is properly focused, it is not so hard to keep the game in one's mind. What kind of training can you two offer? None. Too many people seek our guidance.
Do not be so hasty, Jian. You did not turn me aside all those years ago.
And look where that got us. Your foolish devotion to the way of the open palm drove you from my tutelage and made you weak. No more. End of subject. I'll leave you two to your game. Oh wait, I have some questions about Tian Landing. Then you should ask them of someone who cares.
Forgive him. Had my former master bothered to remember his manners, he might have told you that we are not from Tian's Landing. We know little of the events here.
The Empire posts a minister to look after this place. Shing is his name, I think. Pester him if you must know about this place. Alright, I'll leave you two to your game.
Jian the Iron Fist isn't honestly going to let this one walk away, is he? If you don't say anything, then I will, you old goat.
As much as it pains me, Vo is right. I see potential in you, greater strength than the dozens of worms who compete for my favor.
I too see strength, but also the capacity for understanding the world and your place in it. You could prove an interesting pupil.
I don't need your approval. There's no need to weigh my merits. What are you getting at? I'll make you an offer. Show me that you understand every nuance of the way of the closed fist, and I will teach you how to bend the storms to your will through the tempest.
He would like nothing more than to have you as a student. But show me that you walk the way of the open palm, and I will teach you the mysteries of Stone Immortal.
Usair kokonato, tanatia, katanano, shafatoyo, kokonato siyiri panon.
We'll be here for some time. If you wish either of our tutelage, but do not ask us to guide you on your path. Learning the ways on your own is the most important lesson. Interesting. See, this is what I was talking about, trying to get both forms.
Always a pleasure to talk to another warrior. My game of Yi with Jian can wait a moment. What can I do for you?
I seek your training, Mistress Foe.
You have some understanding of the way of the open palm, but Stone Immortal is not easily taught. Return to me when you feel you understand the way of the open palm. Then you will be ready. When you feel that you...
Okay. Like, what awesome writing. 2 masters playing a game of Go.
I'm a captain.
Oh, wow. I see. Merchant Jiang.
Hello. You do not need to speak with me. I am just Merchant Xiang's assistant. Perhaps someday I will be Merchant Xipeng, mightiest merchant of Tian's Landing. But for now, I am just an assistant, not worthy of your honorable time.
I don't know, friend. You're the one who actually had a dialogue line. Would you like to see me a minute? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Many customers, blah, blah.
These docks remind me of the fishermen in 2 Rivers. A shame we will never see them again.
True. Urchin.
Is the Emperor really 10 feet tall? Does he really float? Is he really so beautiful that he makes people cry? Is he?
These sailors are good for business. At least until their silver runs out.
Is that what a courtesan is? I learned something today.
Stop right there. I gave you 2 extra duty. Get back to that galley and start cleaning.
We don't have to listen to you, Ing. You're a captain without a ship. She's nothing but a landlocked house now.
I will discover a way to free this ship. Until then, you'd better follow orders.
I've had enough of you and your orders.
Now get back in that ship. I'm your captain, understand?
Well, you're still the captain, for now. But if you don't get us out of this town soon, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. Then we'll see what's what.
Interesting. Oh, nice. He got him to go back, though. Let's go. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
If you come to complain about my men, I don't want to hear it. When Minister Sheng gets the Great Dam closed, we'll be happy to leave. Until then, we're stuck here.
Who are you?
I'm Captain Ing. This is my ship, the Lucky Knight. She's a fine vessel, or was. But now that the Great Dam is open, the Lucky Knight is stranded here along with me and my men. We're sailors. We don't belong on land. If we could just get our ship back on the water, everything would be fine. But that won't happen until someone finds a way to close the dam.
The river is too low and fast. Why don't you go close the dam, Captain?
If I leave the ship, my men will have Tian's Landing in flames. The locals think the dam is haunted, and Minister Sheng can't find anyone brave enough to risk closing it.
How much would you pay to have the Great Dam closed? I'll close the dam for you.
The moment I saw you, I knew you were the fearless sort. I hoped you would offer to help. It shames me to need the help of a stranger. I'm not a rich man, but my reputation, my ship, and my men are worth everything I can give. Close the dam and free us, and I'll give you all the silver I have.
How do I get to the dam?
You won't get too far if you don't speak to Minister Sheng first. The dam is located in the ruins, but a pair of massive gates blocks the way. Only Sheng has the key.
Where do I find Minister Sheng?
He's in the town square. You'll see him standing in front of a cart. Just don't ask him about the burned-out building nearby.
I sense an embarrassing story. It is good to know that we should avoid the subject.
It really isn't important. Just get that key from him and close the Great Dam. Good luck. I'm not used to needing help from others. It's hard for me to say this, but thank you.
Oh, no problem, friend.
Everything I am, I hope.
Who's this merchant? Darting Lynx? Sounds awesome.
Hello there, stranger. I haven't spotted you around Tian's Landing before. You've come at a bad time, what with the dam being open and all. Regardless, it's good to meet you. I'm Darting Lynx, the acrobat. Unfortunately, I'm not putting any shows on in Tian's Landing, if that's why you're here.
What kind of shows would you normally put on?
You know, feats of balance and precision, delicate routines to shock and amaze. Whatever brings some silver, really. I travel around the countryside putting on acts and sometimes teaching people a few tricks. Hey, now that I think of it, you're a warrior, right? I may not be putting on any shows here, but I could teach you a few techniques to improve your balance and speed if you're interested.
Yeah. Show me what you can teach and what you have for sale. Well, how did you come by the name Darting Lynx?
It's not much of a story, really. It's just a stage name I picked up when I first started practicing acrobatics. I was quite young, and my master felt I was a little too fast for my own good. You dart like a lynx, he would say, but you balance like a drunken frog. He taught me to slow my movements and really focus on what I was doing, but his nickname for me stuck.
Well, show me what you can teach and what you have for sale.
I'd be happy to. I'll be leaving Tian's Landing someday soon, and silver always helps the trip go smoother. Let's see what I can teach you.
Ooh. Whoa. No, these aren't as exciting as they seem because health is not body. And chi is not mind. So as cool as these are, they're not that cool. 800 silver. Oh, I could sell gems? Oh, that's cool. That's real cool. I appreciate it, Darting Lynx, but I don't think that that is worth it. I was hoping you were going to have like some kind of cool martial style or something. What's back here? Scholar 6 Heavens.
Finally! Someone stronger than these cowed peasants. This town disgusts me. I am Scholar 6 Heavens, and I need someone who possesses great strength and skill. What I do not need, however, is someone who walks the way of the open palm. I can read in every movement that you would protect the weak and coddle the poor.
Someone must protect the weak. What's so wrong about it?
They must protect themselves. You see? Your every action and each word tells me that you are not the person I need. If I can see by your actions that you understand the way of the closed fist, I promise to make it worth your while. Otherwise, I will not waste any more time with you.
What a shame. I'm so heartbroken. Oh, here you go. What's up, Tog?
What do you want? Can't you see we're busy drinking here? Gotta wash away our sorrows.
Sorrows? What do you mean?
It's no fun being trapped in this town. We don't know nobody, we ain't seen our families in months, and now we're stuck here. That'd drive anyone to drink.
I'll be going now. Oh, this is the one that doesn't open. I see. Okay, cool. Alright, so we got these guys. Y'all got anything lootable with these casks? No? Okay. Alright, where's the boathouse? I love it too, like most of them, it's like, oh, okay, well, if they don't have a name, probably nothing we got to worry about, right? Is this it? I think this is it.
This here's a private club. Members only.
How do I become a member?
You can't. Just move along.
I need to speak to Eiling about Bay.
Why didn't you say so in the first place? Go on in. They'll unlock the door for you.
Oh, well, there you go. Yo, this place sounds awesome. Horse Lord tactics. Unlike the ordered armies of the Jade Empire, the Horse Lords favor lightly armored units of horsemen who can move rapidly over the fields of battle, moving like a rushing tide. Small groups of horsemen harry all angles of their opponent's flanks. Armed with bows, almost to a man, these mounted archers can rain destruction upon unprepared foes. While the Horse Lord tactics are surprisingly effective, their men lack the discipline of the Imperial Army. For all the damage they can inflict, the Horse Lord forces have difficulty holding strategic locations. For now, Jade Empire exists in an uneasy peace with the Horse Lords, leaving the savages to their arid lands north of the seat of the Heaven Province. Interesting.
Be careful in here. I don't relish the idea of fighting my way out of this
I hear ya.
So, I hear you helped out Baker Bay today. Gave my boys a bit of a lesson.
I did.
You'd think after all the beatings I gave them over the years they'd be used to losing. But they're still taking it pretty hard. Maybe the humiliation will be good for them.
Why are you picking on Bay?
Everyone thinks that Bay and that little seamstress make such a nice couple. But Bay already promised to marry me.
He promised to marry you?
I know what you're thinking. Why would Bay want to marry someone like me? I may not be a delicate little flower like Lon, but I don't want to run this gang forever. Someday I want a husband, maybe a little house, kids too. Bay promised to give me all that. He promised to marry me, and now he's trying to weasel out of it. But a promise is a promise. I won't forget that, even if he tries to.
I need to introduce this girl to the guy that was a jerk. But she probably won't put up with him. Let me bring Bay here. Maybe we can work something out. I need to look into this some more.
Yeah, you do that. Go tell Lon what kind of man Bay really is. See how she likes it when she finds out her perfect fiancé proposed to another woman.
Can I just like go wander around? Or are you gonna beat me up? I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for this. Oh, that's probably a smart thing to do. Wait, what? I thought there was a person hiding there. The land of howling spirits, to the west of the Jade Empire proper, lies the land of howling spirits, a range of sheer mountains and desolate haunted passes. Not many men dwell on this harsh land. It does not support much in the way of communities, and those who dwell there are hardly mountain folk who rely on themselves and their herds of goat more than the trust of nature. There is one exception to this rule. High in the mountains lies a secluded monastery, home to a reclusive and mysterious order known as the Spirit Monks. That's us. They tend an unknown charge in their sealed monastery. No one, not even an emperor, has been able to discover what lies within. The monks possess strange powers, but they exist in balance with nature. Eventually, that land will be absorbed, and the empire shall learn its secrets. Oh, maybe they're different here, Spirit Monks. What? Interesting. Ooh, 750, let's go. Warrior Jib of Fate, let's go. Am I not gonna get in trouble for robbing all your stuff? I mean, cool. I'm down. She's like, listen, I don't care as long as you bring me my boy. Interesting. Well, I kind of don't like, I mean, how much did, let's go talk to him. Let's go talk to him before we jump to any conclusions, you know? Maybe he's still over here. You got some explaining to do, my friend.
Hello again, Honorable One. Did you get the chance to speak with Eiling? Is she going to leave me alone now?
Eiling says you promised to marry her.
What? That's preposterous. She's lying. Lan's the only woman I ever proposed to. I don't know why Eiling would say something like that. If Lan heard these lies, well, I don't know what she'd do. Please see if you can get this straightened out with Eiling before these rumors get back to my fiancée.
Let's go see Eiling and sort this out.
Yes, I suppose I'll have to face her eventually. And I should be safe if you're with me. Okay, let's go.
I don't trust this guy. Like, I kind of want him to go with her and then...
Lan, what are you doing here?
I figure we better get all the secrets out, Bae. If Lan's going to marry you, she should know what kind of man you really are.
She said there was something I need to know, Bae. What's going on? What is she talking about?
Eiling claims Bae promised to marry her.
What? Bae, how could you?
I didn't. It's a lie. I haven't spoken to her in years. Not since we were kids.
Don't pretend like you don't remember, Bae. It was summer and we were sitting on a little raft catching fish. I was upset because Li Shun had called me ugly. I was crying, so you took my hand and said, I think you're pretty, Eiling. And someday when we're grown up, I'll marry you.
What? But that was years ago. We were kids. We were only 6 years old. You can't hold me to that.
It seems like you're being unreasonable, Eiling.
Kids say all kinds of things, Eiling. Remember when you took my frog and I called you a bully? You swore you'd never speak to me again. That same day you gave me the frog back. You said you'd never, ever, ever do anything to make me unhappy. Kids always say things like that. It doesn't mean anything.
It meant something to me, Bae. You were the only boy who didn't tease me, the only one I liked. You promised to marry me, and you're going to keep that promise.
Lan and Eiling should fight. The winner gets Bae. Wait, Eiling, you said you'd never make Bae unhappy.
Well, yes, I did say that. But that was when we were still friends. Now he pretends like he doesn't even know me. He's changed.
You changed too, though.
Yes, but... well... you're right. I know you're right. Bae's right. We were just kids. I guess I can't hold him to his promise. You win, Lan. Bae is yours.
If I had more, I would gladly give it to you. But my family isn't rich. This dowry is all I have. Please, take it with my thanks.
Keep your dowry, Lan. I was just happy to help. We gotta get that open path goodness.
After all you've done for us, now you are letting Lan keep her dowry as well? Your generosity knows no bounds. I'm overwhelmed.
You've done so much for us, and we've given you so little. Wait, I know. We will name our first child after you to honor your memory.
Let's go.
I'm glad everything worked out for you two, and I'm sorry, Bae. I don't know what came over me. When I heard you and Lan were getting married, I just snapped.
It's okay, Eiling. I hope things work out for you.
Come on, Bae. Let's go.
Nice. Let's go. Ooh, level up. Yeah. You know, Spirit Thief is cool and all. Oh, yeah, we're definitely gonna wreck people with 100% damage. Yep. I love my Heavenly Wave. We don't need Spirit Thief. Alright, let's do... I don't think I can talk to her while she's walking out, so I'll go talk to her later and see what she says. Right? Yeah, she's gone. But let's talk to you.
I hope things work out for Bay and Lon. After everything I put them through, they deserve it. I don't know what came over me. It's just... Bay was my last chance to have a family. My only chance to find a husband. When I heard he was engaged, I realized I'd never get out of this life I've created.
You could still find a husband.
What respectable man would ever want to marry a girl like me? Even the lummoxes in my gang would only do it because they're afraid of me. This town is short on eligible bachelors as it is. I mean, there are a few guys out there I know of, but none of them would be interested in me. I have a reputation around town, and having my boys beat up Bay didn't help any. Any half-decent man would probably run if they saw me coming.
Maybe I can help you find a husband.
Huh. You really think you can pull this off? Tell you what. You find me a decent husband, and I'll make it worth your while. My, business ventures have been very profitable. But don't think I'm desperate enough to settle for just anyone. I've got my standards. And I'd have to meet him first, of course.
I'll marry you. Tell me about the town's bachelors.
Let's see. There's Rue the bosun, but he's nothing but a drunk. My boys have had more than a few run-ins with him over the years. He's definitely out. Schumann the craftsman is single. I don't know him that well, but he seems like a good man. He has a home in the southwest corner of the town. And then there's Yaru. He used to be a sailor traveling the Empire, but now he's looking to settle down. He might be a good catch. Spends most of his time in the tea house.
He is not a good catch. Anyone else?
Not living in town, and Tien's Landing doesn't get a lot of visitors. But if you find someone looking for a wife, bring him by so I can check him out.
I'll be back once I find you a husband.
Yeah, right. The pickings in Tien's Landing are mighty slim for a girl like me. But if you find someone, just bring him back so I can meet him. And, well, good luck.
If it's between Chuman and Yaru, I think Chuman. I think he's the guy that nobody will pay him. He needs a strong woman in his life, you know? I don't know about the poor farm boy. I feel like that's not a good match. I could be wrong, though. Let's go talk to Chuman. Legendary Strike. Chuman.
Welcome back to Chuman's Woodcrafts. I still don't have any wares to show you, I'm afraid. I'm still short on inventory. It's a shame my business is struggling so much. I really am a fine craftsman, but I could use someone to help organize things and help me out with some of my
I
jobs.
think he's a good fit. Are you here? I hear you're looking for a wife.
You are well informed about my little town, stranger. It's true, I've thought about marriage. Sometimes I've even thought a good woman could help me run my business better. Why do you bring this up? Do you know of a suitable young woman who would be willing to marry a simple craftsman like myself?
Do you know Eiling?
Eiling? The gang leader? She's beautiful, to be sure, but I've heard her beauty is only surpassed by her savage brutality. Why would I want to marry her?
She could help you in your business. Just lie. No. She could help you in your business.
Well, she did turn that gang of thugs into a rather efficient criminal organization. And she is quite attractive. I guess it couldn't hurt to go talk to her. Come on, let's go see Eiling.
Let's do it. She does not deserve Yaru, even though she's rough. She does not deserve that.
Hello, Eiling. I'm Schumann the craftsman. I'm pleased to meet you.
What's wrong with you? You look like you're gonna throw up. If you vomit on my floor, you'll be cleaning it up yourself.
Give him a chance. You can be pretty intimidating.
Forgive me, but this isn't easy. Things are moving quite quickly here. I'm more used to taking things slow and careful. Perhaps it's the nature of being a craftsman.
That's right. You're a woodworker, aren't you? I remember seeing your wares in the market square. You've made some beautiful pieces.
Too bad he's going bankrupt.
I'm an excellent craftsman, but I'm terrible at business. Between suppliers who don't deliver what they promise and customers who won't pay, I can barely afford to feed myself.
You two both seem to already know a lot about each other. I think you wanted me to introduce you.
You're a sensitive man, Schumann. You have the gentle soul of an artist. What you need is a woman with some steel in her spine to back you.
I'd like that, Eiling. I've often thought that if I had someone strong by my side, someone to help me, I could do
Let's go.
I think Schumann and I should spend some more time getting to know each other. Just the two of us.
Well, then I'll leave you two alone. What about my reward?
You lived up to your part of the bargain and brought me a decent prospect. So I'll live up to mine. Here's the silver I promised you.
I've never seen so much silver before. I've been owed it, but I never managed to
Poor
collect.
Schumann.
I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful partnership.
I never knew you were such a romantic. Though I always knew you had a generous heart.
Don't you tell anyone. Don't you tell a damn soul. That's awesome. That's a great fit. How sweet. Oh, how fun. Poor little farm boy. He can find somebody later. I mean, they're going into it as like friends, partnership, you know, admiring each other's strengths. Just it's awesome. I think we did a really good thing for those kiddos. I thought there was another woman that was looking for a husband. I thought, let's go talk to Eiling though. If she's still over here, see if I can get any kind of love. Gufu the Sweet, weren't you looking for a husband?
I am surprised to see you back, Mighty One. Tien's Landing is doomed, and I thought our troubles would have driven you away. You don't know? Then if that wasn't bad... Of course...
Do you have your coin purse with you? What? Oh, you can probably do some shady stuff.
Take care of yourself, stranger.
If you want to get some close palm XP, you know? Yeah, she's gone. That's okay. I don't think there was really anything to talk to her about after that. You probably could have just told her about the stuff beforehand, you know? But like, you know, not being a gossip. Oh, let's talk to this guy. See if anything changed now that we own the tavern. Or we own the tavern. Then we got it back to the girl.
Oh, again you are...
Don't trust him. His directions usually start out friendly, but end up with a spatula in someone's nose. Why would anyone want to know how to do that?
Thank you, Mr. Wong. Thank you for over-explaining the intricacies of my wit. Implied threats are ever so much more effective when they are no longer implied.
I'm leaving. What an unpleasant chap. Anybody to talk to up here?
This is bad. Oh, this is bad. River dried up, pirates everywhere. This is worse than the long drought. 5 people died yesterday. Pirates raided one of the outlying farms, took the whole family as slaves.
Jeez. Old Way, what's up, Old Way?
Hey? What do you want?
Who are you?
I'm Way. Some call me Old Way, but that's because they don't know Old Chan. If I'm old, he's ancient. He's at least a week older than me. Of course, we're both pretty old compared to most of the people in Tien's Landing. Most of them don't even remember what it was like before the flood.
Tell me about the flood.
18 years ago, Emperor Sun was young and flush with success from ending the drought. He began public works all over the empire, including the great dam downriver. The workmen came and started building it near our town. We were not engineers, and so we were not sure what it would mean. Some worried that it might flood us out. Most were unconcerned. After all, if there were any danger, the Emperor would tell us, surely. One day, the great dam was finished, and the floodgates were closed.
What happened?
The town flooded. We took what we could and fled. Mothers ran about screaming for their children who'd gone out to play. Children screamed for their dogs. Some folks climbed to the roofs of their houses and refused to leave. We survivors straggled upriver. Some collapsed from exhaustion. The water kept rising. I carried a boy and a girl, and I saw another boy fall, but I couldn't carry him. Finally, I fell over too, and when I woke, I found the water had stopped rising.
Jeez.
The great dam had created an enormous lake, and we settled our new town on the banks. The lake completely covered the ruins of our town. Life went on, but no word ever came from the Imperial City. No warning, no explanation. Did we displease the Emperor, or were we just beneath his notice? I will never know. The crewmen who manned the great dam would come to town sometimes, but they knew no more than we. I will go to my grave, never know.
No one here will talk about the ruins.
The people started a new life here, but there was much pain and sorrow. Conversations would trail off. At night you could hear women sobbing, and not a few men. Finally, people stopped talking about the past, and then they refused to talk about it altogether. And eventually they pretended it never happened.
Jeez. I saw the ruins on my way here. They aren't underwater.
A few months ago, the Emperor's engineers and soldiers left. They just went off in the night. Soon after, the great dam opened on its own. There wasn't anyone around. The water drained, revealing the old ruins. And underwater these 18 years. And now they're back. I don't know what made the great dam open. Some say it was ghosts. They say those who died in the town don't want to be forgotten.
Why hasn't anyone closed the gates?
Oh, we don't know how. We're simple people, and the great dam is not a simple thing. They say there is magic involved in its construction.
Thank you for telling me your story.
Well, thank you for listening, youngster. Not many do anymore.
I like to listen. You never know what you can learn, you know? Wait, did I just jack this old man's thing? Hope not. Ah, this must be Minister Sheng. Anyone else I can talk to real quick? Yes, there actually is someone else I can talk to over here.
Pretty.
Hoe afweer zijn ork van hier ook. Ook zeer sa feet kup woosarkier.
that sword back, lout! Surely there was never a minister as unlucky as Minister Sheng to suffer such insolence.
Koni Onoyu Tashika will Fonio Sataraponi?
And still poor Minister Sheng suffers the insults of tradesmen who know nothing of justice. Where would I put the lout? My jail has been burned to the ground, along with my office, I might add. I have no place to put thieves, so stop questioning your
Yes. What a nice guy. Oh, wait, Merchant Chill?
Ah, I see the glint of intelligence, nobility, wisdom, consideration, and piety in your eye. A fine day to you. What can I sell you?
It's a lot to see in just a glint.
Well, I make my living by knowing people. I can clearly see that you are of the finest sort. That is to say, the sort with silver ready in hand. Could I interest you in some seed? What about a pitchfork? I have hay as well.
Do you sell wind maps?
I'm afraid I do not. Just a few years ago, you could find wind maps everywhere, although only the rich needed them with their airship racing. Recently, the wind maps have disappeared. I know that when the Emperor's men left Tien's Landing, they took all the wind maps with them. There are those who say... But it is not important.
Tell me.
Some say that Death's Hand is collecting all the wind maps and destroying them so that only he and his minions may travel freely about the Empire.
Interesting. Smart.
However, I do not believe such talk. I believe firmly in the goodness, kindness, and wisdom of our Emperor and all those around him.
So no one has wind maps besides Death's Hand?
I suppose there may still be merchants in the Imperial City who have some, and they were once so widely available that there must be some here and there. But I do not have any, nor do I know anyone who has one.
Then let me see your wares.
I have the finest selection of seed, I carry excellent baskets, wonderful fish nets, and superb boat scrubbers.
Do you sell anything interesting or useful, like weapons or magical items?
I have a cloak so warm it's like a weapon against the cold. I have a scrubber so good that it cleans like magic.
You don't actually have anything I want, do you?
I am glad to hear you say what I was thinking.
A completely unfair assertion. After all, who wouldn't want a basket so big you can carry 2 babies in it?
I'm done with speaking with you.
Very well. When you're ready to spend, I am ready to sell.
Good. Good, friend. Good. Talk to me, Merchant Chang. Chong.
Let me be an honest merchant used to make a good living in this town.
But those drunken sailors have stolen most of my goods. I have nothing to sell you. What have they taken? Most of what is missing is perishable items. Grains, baked goods, fruits. There is little chance of getting them back, and they're hardly worth the effort. The only thing I'm really upset about is a clay figurine. Yesterday, Tong, one of the sailors, took it. There was nothing I could do to stop him. The figurine isn't worth much, but it belonged to my mother. I wish there was some way to get it back. Is there something I could do to help? Have you told the authorities about this? Normally I would look to the local officials to help out, but as you've already seen, Minister Sheng can do little more about these sailors. Nobody in town can help. We are just simple villagers. Tong knows he can do whatever he wants to me and get away with it. I'll go talk to Tong for you. Thank you. Tong and his friends are usually off getting drunk near the storehouses, past Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town. If you convince him to return my mother's figurine, I'll give you a discount on all my merchandise when it arrives. Okay. Let's go see what's up with Shang. Hold on, scroll stand. The airing of grievances. Being a collection of the indignant indignities suffered by Minister Shang at the hands of the backward shanty town of Tian's Landing. His hat has been sold, a parchment was stolen from him before a speech at a community gathering, his cat was viciously threatened, a chair at his table was placed backwards, his finger was slammed in the door not once, but thrice. Not twice, but thrice. An egg was thrown at him by an unknown assailant, his cart was stolen, filled with soiled garments, and then returned. His face was ridiculed by young children, his prized tonberry was squashed. It was suggested that he performs acts of deliberate indecency upon himself. He was forced to suffer the interminable and petty gripes of the people. His hair was accused of being impermanent and false. The honor of his family was impugned. He suffered a disabling attack by a pack of bees. His reputation was maligned by brigands. Brigands! A local dog evacuated in the minister's shoe. He was given a gift of turtle eggs by a visiting merchant. It was suggested that he would be able to trace his lineage to a simple courtesan. He was referred to me to as Smelly. He slipped in mud, no doubt placed in his path by jealous townsfolk. Sailors burned down his office. Thanks.
It is not easy to be Minister Shang, beset with troubles and doom, and now interrupted by some difficult stranger. Truly, can you not see that I am busy watching my career slide into oblivion? Minister Shang simply hasn't time for your petty concerns. I have problems of my own.
What are you the minister of?
The Ministry of Harmony, which oversees taxation and execution, usually in that order. But poor Minister Shang oversees nothing in this dying town. Nothing but failure. Jeez. This backwater pimple of a town lives off of the lake created by the Great Dam. But the Great Dam is open and the lake is dry. The town is dying. Under my supervision.
Why is the Great Dam open?
I have nary a clue. Unless... very well, you've convinced me to talk. It is dangerous to say anything, but I am a brave man. It was that horrible Inquisitor, Lim. Lim oversees the assassin operations in this area. A few weeks ago, he came to town and demanded a key to the ruins. Then his men went up there and opened the Great Dam.
Why did they do that?
Inquisitor Lim has his assassins searching for something, though what it is I couldn't say. Minister Shang knows better than to stick his nose in the business of the Lotus Assassins. I didn't want the town to panic, so I kept Lim's presence here a secret. Better the peasants think it was ghosts. A much less terrifying idea.
Is there anything I can do?
Some brave soul must travel through the old ruins, which are absolutely not infested with ghosts, and close the Great Dam. The gate to the ruins is locked, but I have a key. I cannot order or even ask someone to go do this. If the Great Dam closes, the ruins will flood. Various assassins and soldiers will be killed. Not good for my career. But if I happen to lose the key and someone happened to find it, the town will be saved and the problem solved without any sanction from me.
Is there a reward for doing this?
Not for me, certainly, because I never asked you to do anything, right? Now, I happen to know of a ship's captain down on the waterfront, Ing, I think, who is trapped here. He has a big cargo rotting in his hold. I am sure he would pay a good sum to anyone who could close the Great Dam. Of course, being a stranger, he'd not be able to tell you that you'd need to go through the ruins which lie through the West Gate. Tourists rarely know the lie of the land, you see.
Why would you happen to not know anything about flyers while we're at it? Was that a key you put in my pack?
Minister Shang remembers when flyers were reserved for the wealthy elite of the Imperial City. Now pirates use them to raid the countryside. Disgraceful. I suppose in theory you could find a flyer at the pirate camp upriver. In practice, however, I doubt you would find the pirates very accommodating. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes. Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. And then the pirates would kill you.
Interesting. Has a fleet of flyers passed by recently?
I recently saw a large fleet of flyers pass by. And Minister Sheng held out hope that they had come to escort him away from this demeaning post.
Gotcha.
And back to the Imperial
The people we're looking
City.
for.
But the flyers never stopped in Tian's Landing. They headed upriver towards the pirates' camp. No doubt they went there to refuel, though where they are now, I could not say.
What can you tell me about these pirates?
The pirates are just one more affliction that plagues this troubled town, and yet another headache for poor Minister Sheng. They raid the surrounding countryside, swooping down with their flyers to capture slaves. Do you know how bad it looks when someone under my jurisdiction is captured by slavers? Fortunately, they haven't attacked the town itself yet. Gao, the man I hear is running them, knows that would drop.
Of course, I figured it was Gao. Did you say Gao was in charge?
Yes, I believe that was his name. Gao. An unsavory character by all accounts. There are even rumors he is connected to that infamous crime syndicate known as
The Guild. Interesting.
The pirates have been operating in this area for many years, or so I was told. However, things became much more serious when Gao took over. The pirates started using flyers and gathering slaves at an enormous rate. I imagine things are very unpleasant over at their camp. Not that I'm willing to go take a look.
Hasn't anybody tried to stop them?
Are you accusing Minister Sheng of neglecting this problem? It's not that easy. One can't simply point and say, the pirates are over there. Well, actually, one can. But the only approach is by river, and no sane bargeman would be willing to risk such a journey. Sane people don't go looking for the pirates. They avoid them. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes, Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. And then the pirates would kill you.
Where can I find Rue? Even though we've already
announced
talked to
3
him.
days ago that he was going to close the Great Dam, but first he stopped at the tea house for a bowl of wine. As far as I know, he's still there. Yes, go and leave Minister Sheng alone to ponder his troubles. Now go close the Great Dam, and I never said that.
That's hilarious. Greetings, stranger. I noticed you speak with Minister Sheng. I wonder if I could have a moment of your time. Let me see your wares, merchant. Who are you? I'm a merchant Jiang, wine seller. I serve the community by entertaining these sailors trapped in our town. I need the help of someone with a steely eye and a steady hand. What sort of help do you need? I'm This is an excellent time to be a wine merchant. The sailors trapped in our town were on the river for quite a long time, and they've saved up massive amounts of silver. They made me a rich man, but they still have much silver to spend, and I have large enough supplies of wine to last many moons before my stocks run dry. I saw you speaking with Minister Sheng, worthy one. I suspect he asked you to go out to the Great Dam and close it, am I right? Do you have a proposition or not? I like the way you come right to the point. It shows that you're strong and decisive. I will answer the same way. I do not want you to close the Great Dam. If the Great Dam closes, the water level rises, and those sailors will float away with all their silver. It would be a ridiculous waste of a golden business opportunity. I want you to destroy the controls of the Great Dam, leaving it open forever. Then, there will be no danger of some adventurer coming by and closing it. Why me? I think you know Mr. Shing has asked you to go out to the Great Dam. He must have given you the key to the ruins. If you're going out there anyway, I'd rather you consider how much you can profit from the experience. You will be putting your life in danger. Shouldn't you be rewarded? If you perform the service, I'll pay you 20% of the profits to date. Rest assured, it's a very substantial sum. And what if I expose your plan? You have no proof I asked you to do this. It's just my word against yours. Who will they believe? A stranger new to town or a respected merchant? Why are these the happy ones? I will help, but not for the silver. This town will be made stronger if it survives this crisis. I want no part in this. There's no reason to such a decision. Just keep it in mind. If you destroy the controls, bring me some proof, and I will happily honor my word. 20% of my profits to date. Remember that. Bro, you trying to get me beat up by Dawnstar? How's our goodness doing? We're pretty good. Let's talk to Vo.
Always a pleasure to talk to. You have returned to.
That's where he was. Gotcha. I knew he looked familiar. This is such a great game. The dialogue sections are long, which is a bit brutal.
I'm grateful you agreed to close the dam for me, but I see the water is still low. The longer you wait, the more difficult it becomes to control my men. Good luck.
You again. What do you want now? Can't you see we're busy?
You stole a figurine. Jiminy Crickets. You stole a figurine from Merchant Chung.
Figurine? You mean that clay statue? Pretty little thing. I just borrowed it for a while. I didn't steal it.
Why did you take it?
My ma used to have figurines like that. I ain't seen her in a long time. I really miss her. I just borrowed the figurine to remind me of her.
Poor guy. The figurine was a gift from Chung's own mother.
A gift from his ma? Oh, jeez, I guess he probably wants it back, huh? Here, take the figurine. Yeah. I don't mean to cause no trouble. I just missed my ma is all.
Poor guy. Hey, it's okay. Don't cry.
I ain't crying. I just got something in my eye. I gotta go back to the boat now. Come on, boys. Let's go.
Poor guy.
Your move, old goat.
Konionuyo, kokeir tatasina. Sunpuno onuyusir taikunpa even anopir ni wonu.
Greetings once again. As I said before, I have no wares to sell you. Between the town being cut off and the sailor like Tong stealing from me, I have nothing left. I have your figurine here. I don't believe it. Thank you, Mighty One. You have no idea what this means to me.
Onuyuir nap.
Woot.
Lord Yun has put out a call for aid. Will none of you answer?
Finally, someone approaches me. I was worried that this town's courage had drained away with the water.
You look like a man who is trained for combat. Would you like to put those skills to the test?
You want to test me in combat?
Not personally, no. On behalf of Lord Yun, I'm here to find a skilled warrior who can deal with a unique problem. The Great Southern Forest, which lies north of this village, suffers from a terrible disease. Every tree within its borders sickens, and the place is infested with ghosts of all manners.
Does anyone know what causes the sickness?
If we did, would I be here?
Well, I don't know.
Lord Yun, my master, seeks a way to open the forest again and make it safe for travel. He is prepared to reward whoever aids him. Our men are no match for the ghosts in the forest. Perhaps you are.
How do I reach the forest?
You must leave Tien's Landing via the gate and follow the roadway to the north. The forest is but a short journey away, and Lord Yun makes his camp at the base of a hill, which should be easy to find. The path there is relatively safe, but travel beyond his camp and things worsen considerably.
What's happening in the forest again?
As I said, the trees in the Great Southern Forest sicken, and the paths fill with vicious ghosts. No caravan dares to travel its depths, cutting off huge sections of the south from the Empire's heart, and Lord Yun collects no taxes when no one travels his lands. Go safely, and remember what I've said. Lord Yun needs the help of able warriors like yourself.
Interesting. So I have 3 places I could go to right now? Interesting. You got signed, buddy? Hold on just a second, buddy. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, of course. I knew it was going to activate a scene.
Rue, I know you keep saying you'll close the Great Dam as soon as you get your courage up, but it's been 3 days. Old Mother Quan is trying to make this place respectable again. You can't stay here. Go close the dam.
No, I'm sorry, young one. Let me buy you a drink.
Hold on, buddy.
2 bowls of wine and we'll drink a toast to a better time. Just add it to my tab. I'm good for it.
Rue, I don't have time for this. I have other customers to take care of. You have to leave now.
No, I'm really pretty sure I have to drink now. I need to get my courage up so I can go close the dam. Yeah, just another drink or 2. Or 3. Or maybe 4. Oh, more wine?
Bring this man some wine. Alright, hold on. Let me let my puppy dog out real quick. I'll be right back, y'all. Alrighty, let's see here. Bring this man some wine.
Wonderful. Another troublemaker. Well, you two can rot for all I care. I have plenty of other
Rude,
work to
I
do.
saved your tavern.
And who are you? More importantly, do you have any wine handy? Or can you get some?
I am Snowbody here. I need your help.
My help? Nobody asked for my help. They don't even trust me enough to ride on my barge. But I'm not some useless old drunk. I'll show 'em. That's why I volunteered to go close the Great Dam. I just need a drink or two to get my courage up first.
I need you to take me to the pirate camp.
You can't be serious. True, my barge is the only way to get there, but the pirates are dangerous. Believe me, you don't want to go up there. Have some wine instead.
I was told you were brave enough to take me.
Mad is what I am. A real loon. Especially when I've had my fill of wine, like now. Truth is, I'd be happy to take you up to the pirates' camp. If I didn't have more pressing business. I promised to close the dam and save the town. Truth is, I wish I'd never told anyone what I was going to do. I was a bit drunk when I said it, but I can't back out now.
Whoa.
Everybody thinks I'm just a worthless drunk. But when I close the dam, they'll think I'm a hero. I just need a few drinks to get my courage up before I go.
Do I get experience for this? I mean, I don't mind going and closing it up, you know, I just need to make sure that this guy will secure passage for me, right?
You'll close the dam? You do seem the capable sort. Well, I don't suppose anyone would hold it against me if I let someone more capable take over. I guess this means I don't have any real reason not to take you to the pirates now. I said I'd take you and I'm a man of my word. Mostly. I'll make my way down to the little dock where I have my barge and get everything ready. Just meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go. Good. I got lots to do before we go. Check the barge, check our supplies, sample the wine. You never want to travel with bad wine.
He seems sincere. It might be foolish to place our trust in someone so fond of wine, but I believe he'll be there when we need him.
Remember, meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go.
Yo, 1000 XP, let's go. What's the time differentiation? I want to try this one. Might as well use the charm option if he's gonna do that, you know? See if I get any extra XP. Oh! Yeah, don't go that way. The one time I don't save before a dialogue. Interesting. Some goats have appeared. Bring this man some wine!
Wonderful.
I am nobody here. I need your help. I was told you were brave enough to take me.
Mad is what
You're not worthless, Rue. I need your help to stop the pirates.
you mean that, don't you? Well, I may have a bit too much fondness for the wine, but I won't turn my back on someone who needs me. Let's do it. To the pirate lair. I'll make my way down to the little dock where I have my barge and get everything ready. Just meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go.
I have some questions before you go.
The only questions I ever get are things like, can you leave now? And, can you not vomit in here? Are those the sort of things you're likely to ask?
No, tell me more about yourself.
I've been poling a barge ever since I was old enough to hold the pole. Been drinking since about then, too. And that's my life. Many a bottle of wine finished, many a trip on the river. More bottles than trips, to be honest. Not much more to tell. I'm just a simple man with simple needs.
I want you sober while you're working with me. I have questions about the town.
I really don't know what you think I'll be able to tell you. I know quite a bit about the bottom of a wine bottle. I also have substantial experience with the bottom of a wine bowl and a wine barrel. But that's about it. I'm not real good at this whole question and answer thing. Never want to travel with bad wine.
He seems sincere. It might be foolish to place our trust in someone so fond of wine, but I believe he'll be there when we need him.
Remember, meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go.
Hey, 1020 XP. Let's go. Let's go. How fun. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and save. I always think that's the exit, but it's not, because you enter from that side, don't you? How confusing. Maybe not. So I think the best thing to do would be to close the dam first. And then do the forest, maybe? And then do the pirates. See if Zagacious Zoo has anything to say about anything. My boy Zagacious.
Yes? Is there something you want?
I want to know what you and Hui were talking about.
Nothing to concern yourself over. Very old business. I traveled this way when I was fleeing the Lotus Assassins.
I want to know more about this child she mentioned.
It was nothing. Some vagrant waif I passed off after making sure its belly was full. A far less surprising turn than what Hui said about your Master Li.
She confirmed that he is the Emperor's brother.
I know Hui to be a truthful and honorable person, much more so than I consider myself to be. I do not question her belief, but belief alone is not enough. What if it is true? Much will have to change to accommodate this truth. It means the Emperor lied about Li's death, and he may have assaulted the heavens.
Assaulted the heavens?
Subject to the common vice of deception. Unthinkable.
Then Death's Hand has far more influence than it should.
Perhaps, but that too implies a weakness that the Emperor cannot have. I warn you, this will lead in a dangerous direction for you and Dawnstar. I cannot condone it, but I have agreed to help, and I will. Just don't blame me when the whole world is against you.
I appreciate your help, even if you give it reluctantly.
You will need more than my help. Just try not to endanger your companions. They are not to blame for what your destiny mandates. Now, is there anything
Hey,
else?
talk to me about it, brother. Tell me about it, my guy. I want to talk about you some more. You seem agitated.
I am always agitated. It is because of my training. We were taught that we were always being watched, always being stalked. In many cases, it is actually
Hey, same, bro.
You likely have similar feelings. When trained to be as vicious as the assassins, or when you are the protege of a famous master, you tend to attract unwelcome interest. I wonder how you will react to this scrutiny. I also wonder if your fellows will stand by you when the true weight of what you claim becomes known.
If anyone's drawn to my cause, I will do my best not to endanger them.
Your best may not be enough. That is why it is so often used as comfort after failure. You tried your best, but death consumed the nation anyway. Sorry. The sides of the coming conflict seem very well defined. That will not always be the case. It is sometimes difficult to see the truth behind the actions of others. Enough. I don't have anything else relevant to say. Perhaps I will when I have seen more of what you are capable of and what your master intends.
What do you think about our current situation?
I don't know what else I can do for you right now. If I can help you, I will. But for now, I've got nothing new to offer.
Alright, goodbye for now.
Goodbye then.
I'm not trying to pest you, my guy. This is the way to the ruins, right? To the dam site. Well, unfortunately, that's going to be it for us here. But thank y'all so much for hanging out. Everybody hanging out live. Appreciate y'all lurking. Appreciate you. I see you chilling in the shadows. Y'all are awesome. Appreciate y'all chilling. Absolutely love this game. It is a pleasure. Absolute pleasure to stream this game for y'all. For anyone who hasn't experienced it, for anybody who's interested in BioWare games, for anybody who loves story games, or for anybody who's just getting anything, I'm glad to provide it for you. Look forward to the series being made. If you're not aware, I've already got a Warframe series, a Halo series, Ghost Recon series, and got some nice fun Fortnite stuff in there, but those are going to be the main 3 series that I'm kind of working on. So if you follow the YouTube, let me know which videos you like, which videos you don't like, what you want to see, what changes you want, and yeah, until next time. Let me see if I've got anybody here streaming in this early morning so that I can send y'all on over and have y'all keep enjoying your goodness. Let's see. Unfortunately, it is too early. All of my homies are asleep. But, oh wait, no. I could send y'all over to Rady. Rady's cool. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Stay frosty, my friends, and I will see you again real soon.